So welcome back guys for a new video. So this time it's a deck profile of with Simon, who made the top 16 at Europe this year, 2017. So what did you play for this event?
I was playing pure Zoodiac beast because I thought it was the best deck, and it clearly was, so yeah, that's it.
Okay, let's go to the deck.
So for the entraps, I was playing one maxi because it's the best entrap, but it's also retarded. This card should be either banned or at 2 or 3, but 1 is just weird because you can't really play around it, and if you end up getting maxied, you probably lose the game. So yeah, 3 Ash card was average against Zoo, but it was needed in the main deck, I think, because of the threat that pure Draco could be with Ash. Ash on Demise is really good, on Desires as well, so the card was needed. And also it won me my bubble match because I ended up keeping it against Pure Zoo because I lost 2 rounds in the 2 rounds where I just got maxied in the 3rd game, and because I didn't have it because I sided it out, so I choose to keep it for my bubble match in case I got maxied or something. And in the bubble match I got he just opened with Tanky, I choose to Ash Tanky, and he set 3 pass, and I win the game against a barrier strike order. So if I didn't Ash Tanky, I would have lost. So this card was MVP, I guess. 3 Ogre, best entrap against Zoo, and that's it for the entraps. So I was playing 2 Rapiers for the Zoodiac, 2 Blades, 3 Whiptail, and 2 Ramrams. So this was the best Zoo ratio. We wanted 9 Zoos because we didn't want to either not open it or open it too much, so we decided that 9 was the best ratio. So I was originally playing 3 Blades and only 1 Ram, but I played Desires, so I didn't want to banish my 1 Ram because this card is really important, so yeah. And also about 3 Whiptails, I have a friend of mine, Vladimir, who only played 2, so shout out to him. I don't know how he did it, but he almost stopped, so GG to him, I guess, with 2 Whiptails. So 3 Tankies, such as any Zoo, so it's really good. Barrage, yeah. So I was playing 3 Cyclones. Card wasn't that good, to be honest. It was kind of useful, but sometimes I wish I'd have Twin Twister instead of Cyclone. Cyclone was really average, and I don't think 3 was really necessary. So if I had to change something, I'd go probably to Cyclone main and playing Twin Twister inside, which I wasn't playing, and it was a mistake, I think. So 1 Soul Charge for the rebound, and also I was playing 2 Shuffle Rebound, so this card was really good, and I'm glad I played this card. It allowed to play against Ogre, Trident, and it was also key to play. It could bounce a Flying Siege theoretically, but didn't end up happening. If I were playing Twin Twister, this card would have been even better because you just Twin Twister a Zoodiac to the grave against his back rows, and then you Shuffle Rebound it, so even if he flying now, it's too late. So yeah, I should have been playing Twin Twister with this card, to be honest. So 2 Desires card was really good. I always drew something I needed, except in the final top. I had a board to break because I lost my dice, and I ended up drawing 2 Zoos, and I already had 2 in hand, so yeah, I lost because of this. But the card was really good over the other times. So for the play against Trident, I ended up choosing 2 My Bodies, 2 Chalice, 1 Regeki, and 1 Book of Moon. So we didn't play Dark Hole with my friends because Dark Hole was not really good that event because everyone was playing with Ramran and Whiptail in hand. So yeah, we chose to not play Dark Hole because it was not needed, I think, and My Body against Dark Hole is also huge. So we only played Regeki because Regeki is a good top deck, as we saw in the final, but yeah. So about 2 My Bodies, I think I would have played 3 if I had to do something and only play 1 Chalice. I wanted Chalice for the versatility against Pure Draco, but yeah, I didn't end up playing that much Pure Draco, so yeah. And Book of Moon is also really good. It outs Flying Sea when you go first or second, and also it flips a zoo face down, so that means he can't shuffle reborn it, and shuffle reborn was a really good card at the event. And so that's it. And for the traps, only one combo, because card is really good. You can't really make emerald that format, so you needed to recycle stuff, because apart from the first turn you won't have time to make emerald, so yeah, this card was really good. And 3D bias, because this was the best card against pure zoo. I didn't consider Draco Demise that much, considering I had Ash and Cyclone made deck, so I preferred playing this instead of Strike and Warning, and card was really good, the Ole Heaven, so yeah, this card is really good. So
Okay. Let's go for the extra deck maybe?
The extra deck, yeah. So...
Yeah, how many?
40 main deck, 40 main deck.
Okay.
So for the extra deck I was playing 3 of the best Zoodiac monster, 3 Dryadants. You really needed 3 because, as I said, we can't make emerald that much, that format, so we definitely needed 3 Dryadants. So about the 2 other really good Zoodiac, I played 2 Broadbows and 3 Chakanines, because this one recycles resources from the grave and this one's from the deck, so in a grind game this one is better because resources in the grave happen more often, but I'm not even sure about that, because sometimes you don't want to leave a Zoodiac on the field because it will end up getting cleared, so you'd rather search one with Broad Bull in case you face Ghost Ogre. I mean, you will get popped your Zoodiac, and so if I had to do something, maybe I would play 3-3, but 3 K9 was really good, so yeah, 3 Broad Bulls, I'm not sure, maybe 3 would have been better, but not sure. So I was playing 2 Tiger Mortar because you needed the attack stack really often to go through Masterpiece, so yeah, 2 was really mandatory. So, and about one Bobo, it won me a game. He attacked for 4k or something, so
Really?
it was yeah. The guy had a trap with a true King's trap to reborn Lithosagim again and again, so I just faced with a Bobo and it was game. And this card was really good, especially in the pure Draco matchup. It won me the game basically, so yeah, this card was really good, and sometimes I wish I had more, but I would definitely not play more, just wish I had more. And for the finals, non-Zoodiac cards, I was playing 1 Emerald because when you go first you can make it, but that's the only time basically. 1 Dweller for pure Draco, because pure Draco at this event, a good pure Draco would always let you begin, and you want that card to shut them down basically. So I faced 2 pure Dracos in my tournament. The first one he started, so this card wasn't that useful, and I ended up drawing against him because the second game I couldn't make Emerald, but I still won it anyway. And the second guy, I just started. He let me start, so I knew what he was playing. I made Dweller. He regated my board, but still he couldn't go nuts and destroy my traps because of it. So yeah, this card was really good. And so if I had to play a 3rd Broad Bull, that would be this to cut. But I don't know. Card was good when I needed it, so not sure if I'd play a 3 Broad Bull over this. And 1 Tornado Dragon card is really good, and nothing else to say. This card is really good. So for the side deck, I was already playing 2 Calice main deck. I chose to play a 3rd one. The card isn't really good in Zoo matchup because like everything is not worth negating except for like Trident. So the card is good when going 2nd, but we needed it because Flying Sea was such a popular choice, so yeah, I played a 3rd Calice for Flying Sea. 3 Kaijus, this was against pure Draco and Draco Zoo. I didn't side it in against pure Zoodiac because I just didn't want to let them with a body that huge in case they barrier me after. But yeah, the card didn't really side it in because I only faced pure Zoo basically the whole tournament, except from 2 pure Draco and 1 true Draco Zoodiac. So yeah, wasn't really that good, but could have been better if I faced more of those decks. So this was probably the biggest mistake of my side deck. I played 2 Nightmares against pure Draco and Draco Zoodiac, but I mean, I should have played Twin Twister instead of this because pure Zoodiac was much more represented, and I would have liked to have Twin Twister more than this card. So yeah, this card wasn't really good and I never drew it, so yeah. So for the Zoodiac matchup, I had 2 enemy controllers. Card is good when you go second, outs Flying C, so and allows you to have an extra play against Dryden by stealing their Drydens when they want to pop. The card ended up not being that great because every time I used it to take their Dryden, I ended up getting Dimbired, so it wasn't that great, but the card is great in theory and when you don't get Dimbired. So free Flying C, this is the best hand trap, side hand trap against Zoodiac because they can't play, like if they don't have an out they can't play, and you have Ogre to pop Barrage, and yeah, the card is really good in the Zoo matchup, so yeah. About that, it was either this card or Cherry, but we decided not to play Cherry because Cherry is basically trash if you don't use it on the first turn, and even if you use it on the first turn, like it doesn't guarantee you to win, because on the top 32 match I was first. The guy just cherried my 3 Drydens, and because I had Desires and so much card advantage, he couldn't even win, even if he cherried my 3 Drydens. So yeah, this card is definitely better than Cherries, because Cherries, even if you use it on first turn, which is the only time where it's useful, because if you use Cherry after turn 1, like you can just always the Laika, the Dryden which is in grave, and just keep recycling it. So yeah, this is definitely better than Cherries. And for the traps, I choose to side so 1 order because card is really good when going first, and nothing to say about that.
Barbarian order.
Yeah, Barbarian order. He won despite keeping it like 10 turns on the field, so really good from him. I was playing 1 warning against pure Draco Zoo. The card is really just generic, it's really good, and I was playing 2 strike. The reasoning was because if I didn't have an out to Flying C, I wanted to have traps to protect me from being destroyed, and so this was the 4 traps I sided in when going first against Zoodiac. And yeah, I have Dimbired main deck, but sometimes it's not enough. If you don't have an out to Flying, you won't always have barrier. So yeah, you want to have good cards that make your board that makes you not die, not getting I mean, when the opponent don't get too much ahead when he Flying C you. So yeah, if you don't have an out to Flying C, those cards are really good to not die, basically. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, so any shoutouts?
So for the shoutouts, I have so many people I want to give, but I'll probably forget. So shout out to Vlad, to Wutez, the genius is here. The guy, he almost stopped, and unfortunately he lost the 2 final rounds, so unlucky him. Wish he could have topped as well. Shout out to yeah, shout out to Nat. So he was really unlucky because in the final game, he in the bubble match he was X3, but with a really good goal average. So he could have topped definitely, and he ended up getting hurried by the judges who asked him to side fast, and he was second, and he ended up having Imperial Order and Strike when he was second because he was really fast to side, so that's unlucky to him. So shout out to Bombolario, Garnet. Free Garnet, yeah. This is a great friend of us. He helped us during the format to give us his insights about the decks, which he thought was the stronger, and he was telling us to play Pure Zoo while some other people were telling to play Draco Zoo, and even though I agree with him, his insight was definitely helpful when we didn't need him. So yeah, shout out to Tony, a great friend of us who wouldn't come this year because Bombo was banned. So yeah, he helped me a lot. He talked to me to do some things to not get stressed by the opponent and
about psychology.
Yeah, about psychological aspect of the game, and it helped me a lot. So even if he couldn't come, and I wish he could have come, so he didn't. But so shout out to Ash, who is a friend of us on the end. Even though the guy sometimes don't shut up his mouth about some spicy text, like the guy is fun, and this is our favorite card. This is because it's Ash, and his name is Ash with an H before, but yeah, so it's a really great friend of us. So shout out to our cameraman, Davy Moran, who's a great friend of mine. So yeah, shout out to everyone I loved at the event. I don't remember everyone. Shout out to Brad, who is a really great English friend, and even though he didn't take the right deck at this event, he went for Trudeau Zoodiac, which was a mistake, and he went from X0 to X3, but still, shout out to him. He's a really good player. He topped at Nat, so yeah, and I think that's it for Shoutouts, so yeah.
Okay, so Simon, thank you for the deck profile, and I hope to see you in next events and more tops for your career.
Yeah, thank you.